Ted Cruz is running for president, going around doing interviews. He talked to John Harwood of CNBC. A lot of people talking about how John Harwood questioned whether he gets his facts wrong sometimes. The answer to that is, of course he does, overwhelmingly so. But I didn't find that part of the interview altogether that interesting, to be honest with you, because it was a good question by John Harwood. I liked it. Ted Cruz did his classic evasions. I was kidding. I didn't mean it. PolitiFact has a well-known liberal media bias. No, dude, they're in the fact business. Okay, all right, we're used to that stuff. What I found interesting was a different part of the interview that hasn't gotten a lot of attention. It's about Harwood asking him whether he thought about serving in the military. Get a load of the unctuous answer here.
Did you ever consider going into the military?
I did. Considered it a number of times, and in fact, in college, thought about doing ROTC. I will say it's something I've always regretted. I wished I had spent time in the service. It's something I respect immensely, but it just ended up as I went from high school to college to law school and on to a career. It just seemed there was always something else.
Oh, you see, does it count if I thought about it? Because I was thinking, no fucking way I'm going. Okay, well, he had better things to do, because as I went from high school to Princeton to Harvard, and then I got a really good job that paid me a lot of money, I thought, who would join the military? Of course, I'm not going to do that. But later, I'll claim that I thought about it. It reminded me of Dick Cheney's quote back from 1989. He said, "I had other priorities in the 60s than military service." Oh, did you? Okay, but of course you were in favor of all those wars. Dick Cheney avoided Vietnam, got 5 deferments because he had other priorities. Yeah, we all had other priorities, but you sent some of those kids to die anyway, right? All the kids who died in Vietnam, they had other priorities. They had another life to live, but they died. Even if they were for the war or against the war, it didn't matter. You got out of it and said, oh, please, I had to do laundry, I had to go to the post office, I had other priorities. And then you started all these different wars, the Iraq War, Afghanistan War. Ted Cruz would like to start another war in Iran. But he was busy thinking about it while he was in fact doing something else completely and getting really rich doing it and getting famous and now getting powerful and willing to send your kids to die. Him, not so much. Other priorities.